Hey guys, it's Matt. I'm back with another video, and today I have a video on Battlefield versus Call of Duty. So starting off with Call of Duty, I'm going to do the good things about it first. So one good thing is it's fast, like the game is fast paced, but it's easier to handle because the guns are like meant for it, and the entire game is meant for it. So it's fast, there's action, and it's pretty easy to get used to. The second thing about Call of Duty is it's fun to play with friends. So like if you're on a console, you can play with your friends. You can play with your friends and you're like in a party or something. You just talk to them and play with them, and it's fun because there's like competitive plays. Like in Black Ops 3, there's arena, and in Black Ops 2, there's like league play. That's in like every Call of Duty. There's like a competitive play, so it's fun to play. It's fun to play competitively, and it's also fun to play just public matches, and overall it's just fun to play with your friends. Another good thing about Call of Duty is you can play by yourself. You don't really have to you don't have to be around your teammates. You can just fend for yourself, and I think that's a good thing because sometimes your teammates aren't that good, and so you kind of have to carry them. In Call of Duty, you don't have to do that, so if you're good, then you're gonna do good, and that's how it's gonna be. The last good thing about Call of Duty I have, which is, this isn't like the only good things about Call of Duty, it's just what I got, and this is just my opinion. So the last thing is it's relaxing, so you don't have to really think about it, you just play it, and it's just like, you just play it. Like in Battlefield, you have to actually like play strategically, which is a good thing, but in Call of Duty, it's relaxing. Starting off with the bad things about Call of Duty, it's bad for PC. So like, my computer plays like the newest Battlefield Hardline, ultra settings at like 90 FPS, and in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, this isn't all Call of Duties are bad for PC, but Black Ops 3 is pretty bad for PC. But I was like, in the background gameplay, I had that all on low settings, the lowest settings possible. I was still getting frame drops. Like I don't understand it. And Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is really bad for PC. Another bad thing about Call of Duty is there's never really like a balance in guns. So like, there's always that really good gun, and there's always that gun that no one ever uses. And one thing that really makes me mad is when a Call of Duty comes out, there's like this really good gun. Everybody starts using it, and then they have to just make it like really bad. And I hate that because once I finally get used to a gun and I start doing good with it, they just make it horrible. For example, in BL3, like the Vesper, they nerfed that. The VMP, they nerfed that. There's like more recoil or whatever. I don't know if it's still like that, but that's just an example. I hate when they do that because it's just like what the heck? Like, this gun used to be good and now it's not, and I don't get why you had to change that. So another bad thing about Call of Duty, in my opinion, is balance in maps. So there's usually like these really long ranged maps, and you never really like see anyone, or there's not a lot of like action, and and then there's these really small maps like Nuketown. I kind of like Nuketown, but I don't like the fact that you can't run out there without getting shot. Like, you can't go anywhere without seeing everybody, and that just like, it's not really fun, cause like you can't like spend your time and like regen unless you're like sitting in one position, and I don't think that's what COD is about. I think COD is supposed to be running around, but in small maps like Hijack, Nuketown, like firing range and all that stuff, you can't go anywhere without getting shot. You might get a kill, but then you're gonna die. It's kind of pointless. So last bad thing I have about Call of Duty is it's repetitive. You do the same thing over and over again. Yeah, there's different game modes, but you go for the objective, which is okay, but then you get kills. Like, it's just, there's not really anything to it. And Battlefield is totally different. So speaking of Battlefield, I'm starting off with the good things about Battlefield. So good things about Battlefield are the maps. Like, if you're playing a small game mode like Team Deathmatch, they make the map smaller, so like that's what it fits it. And if you're playing like Conquest, like large Conquest, the maps are huge, and I love that because like it fits perfectly. So another good thing about Battlefield is it's more realistic. For example, if you're sniping, when you shoot a bullet, the bullet drops, and it's just realistic. Well, it's not really realistic. It's just way more realistic than Call of Duty, and it's just everything is more. It's just yeah, like everything you can take down buildings, you can crash into walls, blow them up, take down trees. Everything is just so realistic, and I love that about Battlefield. Another good thing about Battlefield is teamwork. Like I said, that it's good that you can be by yourself in Call of Duty. That is good, but in Battlefield, you need to be by your teams, and you need to support your teammates, and they need to support you. That's a good thing, because when you're just like out in the middle, you're not gonna do good, and if you're not that good, then your teammates are gonna help you. But if you are good and your teammates aren't that good, then that kind of can be bad. But you can make them good by like in the gameplay, I revive people, I give them med packs so they can regen. I love that about Battlefield, and I think I'd rather have it than not. The last good thing about Battlefield that I have is vehicles. So you can have planes, you can have helicopters, you can have cars, you can have tanks. I don't know if I already said that, but everything, like, you can just have vehicles are so good because the maps are huge and you can move around. And if you're good at, like, let's say flying jets in Battlefield 4, then you're gonna really do good. But then if you're good at helicopters, that's good. Vehicles are just a great thing because you can move around, you can use the guns, and it's good because the other people have that, so it's really just more to the game, and I really like that. So starting off with the bad things about Battlefield is it's kind of slow. In PC you can have like up to 64 people in a lobby, but on console, I don't know what it is, but like large conquest gets kind of slow. You just like sit there and you don't see anyone, and if you actually go to the conquests, then you might see some people, but it's not really fast paced like Call of Duty, and that's kind of I don't really like that. I like fast paced. So I usually go for like domination or stuff, but I still like conquest in Battlefield. Another bad thing about Battlefield is kind of the total opposite of what I just said. If you're in game modes like domination and team deathmatch, then the maps are like really small and you can't go anywhere without like getting shot, like kind of like Nuketown. But I think you can avoid this because some servers on PC don't have a lot of people, and some do. So like for example, I was playing team deathmatch on a pretty small map, and there was 32 people in the game, so 16 people on each team, and it was actually really fun because I was just at the side of the map kind of picking people off. But you don't go for the objective like when you're doing that, and that's a really bad thing. Another bad thing about Battlefield is when you're in games like that where it's like really fast and close quarters combat, it's not really meant for that. Like none of the guns are that good for close range. Like there's some SMGs that are fine and some shotguns, but the majority of the guns are used for long ranged. Like any assault rifle really, most submachine guns, not really shotguns, but not a lot of people use shotguns. Snipers definitely. Just everything's meant for long ranged, and some game modes aren't long range, so I think that'd be a good thing to change, and that's a bad thing about Battlefield. So the last thing in this video. So nothing in the middle of the game mode. So you got Conquest Large, where there's like huge maps, vehicles, and everyone is just, I don't know, I love Conquest, but it's really annoying when you don't know how to fly planes and helicopters like me, and you just get blown up by tanks and helicopters and planes constantly. So I wish there was like a conquest without vehicles and there was a different way to get around, because when you go out of conquest, all the maps are really small and close quarters combat, like I said. There's not really anything in the middle, which I don't really like, and that's definitely something bad about Battlefield. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and that has been Battlefield versus Call of Duty. Be sure to subscribe. Peace out! Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me.